It was like March 2010. I was with my best friend, Peter, and we were doing our once a year, 2 or 3 week discussion on life. And he just approached me one day with a question, and he said, "What is it you ultimately want to do with your life?" And right away I said, I want to save the world. You know, just like that kind of just happened. It just came out of me. So I was sitting in front of the computer and I typed in Google world. And of course, the first thing that came up was Dubai, the islands. The islands in Dubai. And coincidentally, I just started researching it. I spent a few hours looking at it, seeing how there were very wealthy people spending money on these islands to hopefully one day inhabit them and turn it into some big special place. And then I found all the other things that were happening in Dubai, and then I also started asking a lot of questions, and it seemed that the whole world was paying attention to this place. So my best friend turned to me, and very strangely he said, "Chris, you need to go to Dubai." And I just kind of like chuckled, you know, because I'd never been anywhere in my life. It was my first travel. So I didn't say anything, and then a couple hours later he said, "Chris, you must go to Dubai and speak to the people, just like this." Like a robot, on and off switch. A voice was coming out of him like he was possessed, you know? It was really strange. Kind of creepy to me, so. Longer story shorter, 2 weeks later, he died. And when he died, it just became a part of me, this idea. I couldn't let it go, you know? It was bothering me. It was eating at me. And all the impossibilities were in front of my face, but I couldn't deny what he told me. So that was it. I just started believing I was coming to Dubai. And I started to research, and every day for months and months I researched Sheikh Mohammed, his whole family. Sheikh Hamdan, I became fascinated with this man, and I could see great love in his eyes, so after some research, I even started to get rid of some things, believing I was going but not knowing how. And moving ahead a few months, I put a message on Facebook. I think it said something like, I found out there was a big skydiving competition coming up in Dubai. Of course, I was a skydiver, professional, and I had a lot of friends that were going to be there. So I thought how great an idea it would be if I could be there at the same time they would be there, so that I would feel safer in my new adventure. You know, I would feel like I had some support, because everybody thought I was going on a trip. No one knew I was planning on not returning. That was my intention. So I just posted a message on Facebook, and it said something like, "Hey, it would be really amazing if I could be in Dubai for the competition, so that I could be with my friends during this vacation, this trip." A few days later, I got a message from someone that said, "Chris, my name is Dan Boyle. Go to this website." I clicked on it. It was a website called sendchristodubai.com. So people started raising money, and then I was like, "Oh, it's happening." Like I really believed it was happening, you know? So it started to roll like this. The website was gaining a few dollars here and there. It was close to Christmas, and I was surprised actually anybody was giving money. But I raised like $2,000, and then it kind of just fizzled off. And then I got a friend request from someone named Sherry Al-Hejlan. And I recognize the last name because her husband was a skydiving idol of mine. He was a hero since I started. He was one of the reasons I even started doing what I did. So I accepted a friend request. A few days later, I got a message from her husband, Omar. He said, "Mr. Colwell, pack your bags. Take your website down. You're coming to Dubai." And it was really like that simple. I basically left everything I owned. I came here with almost nothing. I have never seen again anything I owned and had in the past.
Where were you living in the U.S.?
Florida.
Whereabouts?
D-Land, near Daytona. And that's it. I came here. I was here for only 5 days, and then I went flying in the wind tunnel. You remember the video I showed at the end? caused my intestines to get tangled up, and I actually almost died. So I stayed in the hospital 2 months here in Dubai. That was my first 2 months here. And here I am. I moved into Shrew Apartments, and TED was I've been working towards something like TED for about 3 years now, and I just found out they were coming to Dubai, or they were here in Dubai. I emailed Giorgio, and you know how things rolled. It just kind of happened. I ended up at TED, and I'm talking with you and Maria.
So what changes do you want to do here or wherever?
What do I want?
What changes do you want? How do you want to save the world?
By saving the people. By just reminding people that life has many possibilities, no matter what our challenges are. That's it. Everything is possible. Just like I was in the hospital 2 months, I could have very easily have never gone back to the wind tunnel again out of fear of having to go back to the hospital. Even of the fears of others telling me, Chris, please don't go, you're going to get hurt again. Yet I wanted to, and it was a desire of mine, so I did it. And I'm not in the hospital, and I flew incredibly well. And it's going to inspire people, so that's it.
Do you want to keep inspiring people?
That's it, yeah. One person at a time. I'm just trying to wake people up to realize that life is worth living no matter your situation. There's always a way, and that's it. That's really all I want to do. I can't do nothing more than that. I'm not here trying to make money. I don't have anything to sell. It's an idea. It's not even an idea. It's a reality. It's a reality that anybody could do. And it's clear, you know, I mean, by the hundreds of people that came up to me and said, Chris, I'm doing nothing with my life. You know, I'm always complaining and bitching, and now you made me see that. You know, so that's it. If I can just shock people for a moment and make them say, hey, what am I doing with my life? That's it. I move on to the next person. That's all I can do, because only a person can help themselves. Another person, all they can do is maybe open up, trigger something, shock them. But I can't change a human being. It's impossible. I can only say something that they change themselves. And you saw the results in the video. You know, the 4 guys. They were all people who just found a video of me. They decided to make a change, and they did. And now they're inspiring people. So it's just like this. I want to infect people or shock people, or that's it.
That's what happened with me.